A porn star from Dothan will serve 10 years in prison for her part in a murder. In the plea deal, P0rn Wambles agreed to testify against her two co-defendants. Jeremy Peters has already been found guilty and is serving 20 years. William Shane Parker, the accused triggerman, awaits trial. Investigators say Parker killed Raul Julian from Mariana, and Peters helped bury his body. Wambles, known professionally as Aubrey, pleaded guilty to her involvement.
P0rn K. Wambles was born on March 12, 1997, in Dothan, Alabama. She was raised by her mother, who allegedly worked as a stripper, and they bounced back and forth between Alabama and Tampa. From a young age, P0rn said that she always admired adult entertainers. She felt they were glamorous and exotic. She had a tumultuous high school experience that ended with her getting expelled. It was after her expulsion that she decided to take the adult entertainment industry seriously. She moved to Florida, and just 2 months after turning 18 she began performing under the stage name Aubrey.
I'm 18. I actually turned 19 really soon.
You're getting up there.
I know, it's scary. I'm from Alabama originally, and Tampa, Florida, here and there. You know.
Nice Southern girl.
Yes, and I'm a personal assistant.
Oh, so you've got a full life. So you do and you're a personal assistant?
Yeah, I just got hired the other day. I'm super excited.
Is it to a celebrity?
No, but this guy's really, really rich.
While working in the adult industry, P0rn met and began dating a guy named William Shane Parker. William was allegedly a cartel member who introduced P0rn to methamphetamines, which he sold. With the money he was making from narcotic sales, he convinced her to stop acting in 2018. By then, P0rn had appeared in around 61 adult productions. The couple created at least one child together. In May of 2020, a woman accused P0rn's boyfriend William of forcing himself on her in Jackson County, Florida. He was arrested and charged with a felony. But 2 months later, the same woman called the police again to report that her roommate, Raul Aubrey's was missing. She insisted that she had been told that Raul had been killed, but she did not have any evidence to support her claim. Police also received a call from Raul's daughter, who said she had not heard from her father in a couple of days, and they normally talked daily. An investigation ensued. There were very few leads on the case until August 24, 2020, when an anonymous tipster told investigators that Raul was last seen at the home of a man named Jeremy Peters in Graceville, Florida on the 4th of July of 2020. Allegedly, Raul was also dealing meth, and he had a significant amount of product that P0rn, Jeremy, and especially William wanted to get their hand on. Plus, Raul was beginning to become a threat to William's business by stealing his customers. So, on July 4th, P0rn lured Raul to Jeremy's home by claiming that they wanted to buy some drugs. According to the tipster, when Raul arrived at Jeremy's home, they allegedly did drugs and went into the backyard. They began lighting fireworks as a cover, and then someone came from behind and shot Raul once in the back of the head. But he did not die immediately, so the trio dumped a pot of dirt onto his face and packed it into his nose and mouth. Then, they beat him mercilessly with a shovel. Once they presumed he was dead, they dragged his lifeless body to the woods for the night. The next morning, they loaded Raul into William's vehicle and drove his body to a remote location in Holmes County, Florida, buried him. Based on the tipster information, the sheriff's department found the decayed remains of Raul in a shallow 3-foot grave on August 25, 2020, 50 days after his murder. P0rn, William, and Jeremy were all charged with murder shortly after. During an interrogation, William admitted to committing the murder. P0rn and Jeremy accepted a plea deal to testify against him. On the stand, P0rn said William was the mastermind behind the crime and the only shooter. She claimed that William threatened her life, so she helped him and Jeremy dispose of the body.
He shot him in the back of the head.
Who shot?
Shane.
So Mr. Parker, he took that firearm and shot Mr. Guillen in the back of his head.
Yeah.
Despite his prior confession, William vehemently denied P0rn's claims. Initially, he was not going to take the stand, but after hearing P0rn's testimony, he said he felt he had to.
I know that I can do time, P0rn cannot. So I said that I killed Raul. I took what was laid in front of me, And I took what I heard from Lauren and JP both and used that to get my confession.
Lauren K. Wambles pled no contest to accessory after the fact to second-degree murder as part of her plea agreement. She was sentenced to 10 years in prison, to be followed by 5 years of probation at the age of 23. On June 24, 2021, Jeremy Odell Peters was convicted of accessory after the fact to murder in the second degree. He was sentenced to 20 years in prison at the age of 41. William Shane Parker was convicted of second-degree murder on March 22, 2022. He was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole at the age of 36. Rest in peace to all involved.
Hello, I'm Aubrey Gold, and I'm 18, and I'm from Dothan, Alabama, and I've been doing for 10 months. What made me do was, I don't know, I've always thought about it, even when I was like 12. I always looked up to the girls. I thought they were the most prettiest girls in the world, and that's who like everybody wants to be. Everyone wants to like look like them. Like, I don't know. I just really think it's cool.
So what's the long game?
Long term, I'm actually doing my website now. Like, eventually I want to keep doing it, but I mean, if something else comes up, that'd be cool too. But I would eventually like hire people to do it for me, so like I don't have to do it anymore. You know what I mean?